Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of GNT Show. I know we haven't done one of these in a while, but I wanted to cover it. We just saw Wrestlemania. I wanted to give you my quick thoughts. It's not going to be a long video. You have plenty of good options out there. Just going to give you my random thoughts. I saw all the matches, so this is my quick thoughts. Okay, Tony Nese defeats Buddy Murphy. I didn't see those one coming. I thought Buddy Murphy it was going to go longer as champion. Good match overall. Nothing to write home about. I've seen better. And congratulations to Tony Nese. Like, by the way, I'm looking at the results so I don't get lost. Carmella won. This pissed me off so much. I'm still freaking angry about Asuka losing her title. The SmackDown title didn't add anything, in my opinion, to the main event of WrestleMania. It should have stayed with Asuka. Asuka should have defended the title against hell. You wanted really to put somebody in the card? Yeah, Carmella versus Asuka. Let her avenge her defeat from last year. 2 defeats from last year. But, what do I know? I'm not booking. But, Carmella won. Good for her, I guess. Cor Hawkins and Zack Ryder defeat the Revival. It was an emotional moment for Curt Hawkins because his streak is over, and that's good and all, but the Revival deserves so much better. The Revival is one of the top 3 teams in the world. They're up there with the Usos and the Young Bucks, and for them to lose to a jobber team is just damn. If those rumors are AEW are true, I don't blame them. Next, Braun Strowman winning by last eliminating Colin Jost. Jesus. I don't know what is it about Braun Strowman. They keep him strong all year long, and they just don't do anything with him at WrestleMania. What else? Okay, this is the actual show. Seth Rollins defeats Brock Lesnar for the WWE for the Universal Championship. Sorry. Let's be honest. I think most people would say that they were tired of Brock Lesnar as champion, and Seth Rollins came in there and defeated him. Good. I'm glad that we now have a defending champion. That's all I can say. I'm glad for Seth Rollins, but my main takeaway is that Brock is no longer the champion, which is what matters. Then AJ Styles defeated Randy Orton. Nothing impressive. It was a good match, but this could have main evented SmackDown and nobody would have blinked. The Usos defeat Aleister Black and Ricochet, Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura, and The Bar. I think this is one of those cases in which, let's put everybody on the card so they get a payday. Good for them. Shane McMahon defeats The Miz. This was a crazy, fun match. Tony was with me when he was watching, and he's the biggest Miz fan. And he was having a great time watching The Miz beat the hell out of Shane, his dad trying to make the pose. It was an interesting booking decision as far as the finish because Shane McMahon beats The Miz at WrestleMania. I mean, and also somebody commented that, it's funny because now who's the safe worker? Daniel Bryan is being safe, but The Miz is doing all the crazy stunts. Long-term booking. The Iconics defeat the Boston Hot Connection. That's a terrible name, by the way. Nia Jax and Tamina, and Beth Phoenix and Natalya. Okay, I'm going to say a little bit of all the teams. Beth Phoenix, by the way, looked amazing. Natalya, after what happened with Brett the other night, good for them. They look solid out there. Beth hasn't lost a step. I'm glad to see her back, and I hope she stays a little bit because she looks the same. Good genes. She looks the same. Nia Jax and Tamina. Tony, he hates this team, hates the individuals in this team, and the least we see of them, the better. The Boston Hot Connection, I think they're both better as single competitors. Sasha and Bayley are much, much better in the title picture than as tag team champions. Which brings me to the Iconics. Very unexpected. I thought, honestly, that Boston Hot were going to retain, but I'm glad that the actual team in the match won. The Iconics should go on a tear. They should remain champions until at least give them 3 months, please. Let them defend on Raw, on SmackDown, and NXT at least once each. I see great things. I really like this team. Kofi Kingston defeats Daniel Bryan. I think this pretty much was, most people's favorite match on the card. It started slow. It built up a little bit back and forth. I would have added 5 minutes to this match, a little bit more back and forth. But at the end, Trouble in Paradise, 1, 2, 3. Big celebration. Good for Kofi. I'm happy for him. It's been 11 years coming, and he's the man now. I ultimately think it's going to be a short reign, but he should enjoy winning the title of WrestleMania. Nobody can take that away from him. Samoa Joe defeated an injured Rey Mysterio in a minute. I mean, this is making the best out of a bad situation. Rey Mysterio gets to appear, but Samoa Joe looks like a freaking killer out there. So good for you, Joe. Roman Reigns versus Drew. This was a no-win situation for anybody. Either Drew, who's been booked strong for the last few months, loses to the returning Roman, which, in my opinion, Drew needed the victory. But at the same time, Roman is just coming back. He can't lose. So even though I like Drew better, that's my opinion, but I'm not offended by Roman winning because A, it's a return, B, it's not the main event, and C, it's not for the world title. So I'm happy for that. Triple H defeated Batista. This was a brutal yet slow match. Batista retired with this match. I've seen better from both guys, but ultimately, for what it was good. I liked the match. It was one of the longest matches on the card, but it's over now. Good for Dave. Got the retirement match that he wanted. He's been lobbying for years, and now it happened. And Triple H, we'll see him as the authority probably tonight. So yeah, Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle. Okay, I agree with most people saying that Kurt deserved better, but at the same time, I don't think Vince rewards people who weren't there for years before their retirement. What I mean is Shawn and Rick, the most famous examples, they were there for a long time. They were seen as loyal by Vince. Kurt left, came back, and a year or two later, he's retired. So, also, I don't agree with people saying that Kurt Angle should have won. The tradition is you go out on your back. Baron Corbin will use this to, keep ascending the card. Whether he should or not, that's not my opinion. I'm not going to talk about that, but Kurt Angle is gone, and he has a great career. He's healthy. He has a great family. He's sober. Good for you, Kurt. Thank you for the memories. Finn Balor defeats Lashley in a really, really short match. I mean, the Demon. Why didn't he use the Demon to fight against Brock? Questions, but whatever. It was a short and sweet match. The Demon wins the Intercontinental title. I hope we don't have to wait 2 years to see him again. And at the end, Becky Lynch defeats Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair by pinfall. The first thing that I have to say is that, the people who got the best entrances are the ones that lost. Rousey got, a live performance by Joan Jett, and Charlotte came via helicopter. But, regular entrance for Becky. I think all the three ladies work hard, but once again, like I said at the beginning, all good matches, no classics. I think this match felt a little rushed, and especially the ending. It just, it was botched. Even like I've heard reports that they had a different ending in mind. What matters is that the ending that the people saw, nobody saw coming. It wasn't that definitive 1, 2, 3 or a tap out. It was just an out of nowhere for the first main event for the ladies, for the women, for the superstars, and it ultimately disappointed, in my opinion. Like I said, it was a great card. It was from good to very good matches, but like I said, no classics. And ultimately, if I have to give it a grade overall, an 8. Good WrestleMania. Bye, guys.